Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 180 of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players, whose names during this spooky season are...
Hi, my name is Ben. I'm an astronaut, and I play the level 9 gnome wizard astronaut Windsor Wallaby, along with his astronaut cat companion, Mr. Wiggles.
Meow.
Howdy. Oh, hi.
No, that's not even no joke.
Howdy. It's me, Carla, and I play the level 9 tiefling roguelocke, Integrity I, Idleberry. Run away, Integrity, before the squirrel kills you. You better swim away on her door, baby. Now we don't know what to do.
Oh.
We're gonna die.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 9 half-elf bard. Ida, can I decipher giant types? I want to learn about the moon, but you're taking a swipe. Now the gravity's gone, and I'm bleeding out. Is the still all around us? What is this about? Is this about? Well, I'm not the level 8 that I used to be. I would have been knocked dead, but now I have just 4 HP. Ida's claw has got me on death's door. I want to live, but my HP is just 4. Ida, don't kill me, 'cause this plane I want to see. I know it's really wrong, but I'm afraid of Ida's claw.
Oh my god.
Damn. Popped
my-
off.
That was honestly amazing. Hi.
It was really last minute, too.
I love it. Hi, I'm Sam, and I play the level 9 human sorceress, Sarah Neb Cinderman. As my costume counterpart is no longer with me, I don't know where he went, I will now be a dragon and a princess.
Yes.
This isn't
And
a
last
Halloween special. What the fuck?
Hi, this is absolutely a Halloween special. This was recorded during Halloween 2020, everybody, just so you know
my
what time it is.
gosh.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students fended off an inky squirrel while also touching moonlit pillars together at the same time, simultaneously. After solving the clever puzzle, the group jumped into a floating hallway, and Serenep said a very cool line before blasting the pillar behind them and blocking the path for the tattoo squirrel. Floating towards the door marked honored in a giant rune, the hall took the shape of the plain of Isithil, and that's where we left our students floating idly forwards, using the sheer power of their minds to draw them closer to the door, maybe. So all around you, you see so all of you are floating. Let's start there. In your discrete ways. There's a door, the same door that you had initially seen stretch into this hall, which now no longer exists. That is 25 feet, let's say in front of you, although up and down doesn't really have meaning here, except for the fact that there are trees, vines, branches, leaves, bushes, the sky, the pink sky of Isithil, the trees of Isithil, the vines of Isithil, all around you. And off on the distance, off the beaten path, as it were, you see, like at a 90 degrees away from where the door is, right? Like far to your left, you see there's a red stone, what looks like temple of sorts. It's a bit decrepit. The maw is open, which is to say there's a doorway, an archway that is dark and shaded, and you cannot see within, but you hear the clicking sounds of branches coming from within it. Additionally, I had described that the door had changed its rune before we ended last episode. Where it once said honored, Integrity Idleberry, you can look with your eyes of the runekeeper, it now says guests.
Oh.
So I ask you all, what would you like to do?
Guests?
What?
Guests?
I thought I said honored.
What do you mean?
Well, it changed. It was honored, and now it's guests.
Oh.
Wait, so it's saying honored guests?
No,
I
it
thought
just
it was-
says...
No, but I
Yes.
just mean, like, do you think that it's making a sentence. Honored guests, something, something, something.
Like if we keep running through it, we'll get a full sentence eventually.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I can try to open it again and see if it changes.
Well, I mean, what's this whole thing? Like, is it just like an illusion? Are we still in the void, or is it? Like,
I don't remember that thing being an Isithil, for what it's worth.
What thing?
The
Well,
big...
that with the
Integrity
clickety.
does like a barrel roll in her dragonfly formation floating and looks over towards the large stone temple off in the distance with clicking of branches coming from within.
I mean, when we were in like the void, there was like the cycling of like the moon and like the changing. Maybe we're like looking at a different temple for the giants, like a different area, or like maybe this is the previous or the next cycle. I don't know.
It is unmistakably, eerily at least, similar to the plane of Isithil. I will say that much.
Can Integrity try and see if she can move towards it, or is it going to be more like what's the word for it? Like this is just like a vision.
So you want to move
rather
towards
than
the temple.
Yeah, like I want to just try to see if as I move towards it, if it doesn't change in distance, or if it's acting like I'm actually there.
Integrity, you all see Integrity, still dragonfly, yes?
Yes.
Yes, with her arms outstretched beside her, flapping them as if she is a dragonfly, but using her mind to locomote. You see her begin to fly.
Not like to it, but sort of towards it.
As you approach, how far do you want to go?
How far is it?
It's probably like 150 feet.
Let's say let's say to the edge of the top of like the tree.
Okay. Integrity, you fly like a little dragonfly towards the left of this, what was once a hall at least. The rest of you see very clear as day Integrity, what looks like flying off through the landscape of Isithil. And Integrity, you feel just like you are going off through the landscape of Isithil until you clatter into what feels like a raging river with your head, almost like you've plunged your head into a raging river, like I just said. And you all see Integrity about to be swept away. And like you see the shimmering of that, what is like just a false image of Isithil projected onto a stream of some sort of space. You're uncertain. You see Integrity almost as if she's about to be ripped away from wherever you guys are. How do you want to stop this? You can
like
try.
go over to her and like
Absolutely.
just grab her around the middle and try to pull her out?
Absolutely. Give me Arcana checks, or just give me intelligence checks.
It's just
I think I
let's
just
do
got
that.
waterboarded.
All of you can help if you would like.
Emergency.
It is an emergency.
Well, I try to get her out of the stream of consciousness, but I roll a 2, so
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh shit, that's a non-natural 20.
Okay, Sarah Cinderman saving the day. Winslow, what did you get?
I got a 19.
Oh, perfect. So Winslow and Sarah saving the day. Mira, you're the first to react and can go over and just grab her by like the feet and just like begin trying to pull backwards as much as you can. Although you feel inch by inch, both the two of you now drifting forwards into this raging river of consciousness. But luckily, Winslow Wallaby and Sarah Cinderman, you can rush over and grab your two friends and assisting Mira pull Integrity's head back out and arms and shoulders back out of this stream. The image, as soon as she's pulled back out, stops being distorted and goes back to being like a perfect illusion that you are in this real space. But it seems as though you are in a like 10-foot diameter tube of energy, as it were, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
And if you go outside of those, you will be pulled out of this stream.
Okay.
Well, we're definitely not in Isithil.
Integrity, when you stuck your head through the wall, you did not see Isithil. You just saw the dark, dark void with tons of stars and empty space.
Okay. So I guess there isn't really a way for us to go anywhere else. So I guess the door is our only option of moving forward.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's showing us this. Does I'm gonna look over to Gray and be like, do you know anything about what we're seeing here?
I don't know shit. No, I really don't. I truly don't know what's happening. This is so outside the realm of my life and what I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He
Okay.
looks panicked and deprived of blood. Fair enough. So would one of you like to zoop over towards the door which is marked guest? Or rather, guests?
Sure, I will start moving towards it, I guess.
Okay. Sarnath moves towards it. As you approach it, within distance of touching it, this same thing that happened to Mira happens, where it changes what rune is written upon it and zooms away 25 more feet.
Okay.
The illusion, rather, or just image around you, shifts in the same time. Instead of the trees of Isithil, you see a potentially, or I should say I will say potentially, at least potentially for one of you. For the rest of you, this is a kind of like, you have no idea where this is or what this is you're looking at, but you see floating in the air little crystals that are pitch black, little crystals that are like light, bright orange, that are emanating like a pulsing glow. You see just dark, tiled floors reaching out, not in eternity, but to like ledges that don't feel like they should be there. There's stairs going off to nowhere. There's stairs going sideways up and down. You see floors on ceilings. It's one of these such impossible kind of rooms you see, and all covering the walls are books of assorted types, all chained to shelves. Off in the far, far distance, you see a single floating, not pedestal, like lectern, just floating in empty space, and upon it is a bright orange bound, or a grimoire of sorts, bound in bright orange leather, and then also half of it in dark black, jet black leather. One of you, Mira, I won't make you roll for this. This evokes for you imagery of Siltrin, who is your family's kind of like divinity that they worship sometimes on occasion. Just all the orange and black and the librariness of it evokes that for you.
So this would probably be more of a comforting sensation than seeing Isithil would
yeah.
be.
I don't know how much is written or like imparted upon you about the physical place of where Siltrin's power resides, but to see a very like a kind of real but surreal place that's just like has a real floor and like desks that you could sit at, and the fact that you associate this with a deity that you are familiar with would bring some comfort. Yes.
Okay, so we're shifting through planes here, because that was Isithil, and then this must be Siltrin's plane. So these are all different planes, I guess.
Okay.
Integrity, for your reference, the door now reads, "Look."
Now the door says look. Honor
is that
guests
about
to look?
Look at what?
Well, there's
Can
that.
I go over and look at the book?
Yeah.
The book is beyond the 10-foot diameter of your
okay,
tube.
okay.
So you could if you would like, but I would warn you.
No, I didn't realize the book was.
Using the information that we currently
Mhm.
have at present, I think Windsor would like to do some cross-referencing with some school notes to
Of course.
see if there's any mention of like might be where we are currently.
Like, if there's any place that you see, like, visions of other planes and stuff
yeah,
like that, or you would...
like
okay,
helping to like cross-reference where we actually are to
Uh,
give us like an idea of like
absolutely.
what we should do.
You might make a Arcana, or in this case, Religion check, whatever is higher for you. Since both of those would be where
They
you're
are
relevant.
exactly the same.
Oh, whatever you want to color it as then, bud.
Let's do Arcana.
Okay,
Or
that makes
let's do Arcana.
sense. No, please.
Man, what is with the shitty rolls today?
No.
That's 11. I rolled a 3.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
You might exist right now. The way that the planes work, specifically the planes of gods work, is that you can move between them when they are kind of interlaced, when they are overlaid over one another in like arcane space, essentially. So the way you get from the prime material or from the material plane to Isithil is when those two planes are kind of like overlapping. So your assumption is that you are in a space right now where all of these planes are overlapping
They're
at
just
the same
overlapping,
time.
okay.
Yes.
So it's like we're seeing
Okay, so-
everything everywhere all at once.
Oh my god.
So I think like, is it just because like the last place we were was like it looked like a temple sort of. So
Yeah.
was that like the original space for Isithil, and then this is like the original space for like Siltrin? Like, are we going through, because like we're coming from, I guess, like the original place for
Seisu.
Seisul, like
We could probably test that out and maybe see if we can touch the door again and see if we get any other image of like a sacred place, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
maybe we'll be able to cycle our way back
yeah.
around.
Maybe it's like a little one of those little things where you click the.
I was
you, like,
about
look
to
through.
say!
Oh, yeah,
Honored
yeah.
guest, please
What are those
look,
called?
you idiot.
Please look, but don't touch.
Who wants to go smack that door or try to smack that door this time?
Me.
I smacked it last
I
time.
will-
Go for it.
I will smack door.
Winsler zooms over. You
He
try.
tries to
touch
make
the
fleshy
door.
snap.
You try to fleshy slap that door.
Oh my
It
God.
zooms away from you before you can. You feel dissatisfied inside, and around you the image changes. You're now terribly high in the sky,
Oh.
feeling very seagull-like. As below you, there stretches out a very like, I can't express how far below. Hundreds, if not 1,000 feet below you, stretches out this almost endless, still ocean.
Ooh.
It's just perfectly calm on top of it. Below, you see this colossal, almost citadel of the most perfectly sculpted marble you've ever seen. You hear nothing from down there since it's so far, but stretching up from it in this surreal fashion is just a marble staircase stretching up to where you are all flying, and even beyond you up into the giant fluffy clouds above. Clouds so fluffy they look perfectly sculpted from cotton or something. Like they look immaculate. And also
Like a
jutting
painter
down,
made them.
like a painter made them, yes. And jutting down from those clouds, you see massive brass gears that are very slowly going tick, tick, tick. This massive ticking sound emanates from above you. And on the little stairs, you might see very slowly climbing them little brass automatons of a sort. Winslow,
Oh, no.
they
Oh, no.
might look a little down so far. They might look familiar, and you can look into that more if any of you want to. But that is the general scene that you all see. And the door, Integrity Idleberry, says upon.
Is this marbled staircase what I would imagine to be where, because like it was described to us where Ferdinand was killed.
It was a
was.
staircase.
It was a
the
marble
stairs.
We're
Yes.
Oh
there.
no.
And this is the god of
Is this
who's
Stivus?
This is Estar.
Estar.
Oh,
Estar.
Estar.
Oh boy.
Oh, this means yeah.
I
It
see.
seems to me that we're just jumping from different. I don't know what's happening, but it wants us to look upon something. So we're honored guests. Look upon.
The
I don't
realms of the
know.
gods.
Maybe. I mean, I guess we have to go to the next one to see what we're supposed to look upon, but these are obviously god planes. So does that mean that okay, do you guys remember like ages ago when they said that we are not actually on the real prime material plane? Sorry, great. I know this is confusing, but you guys remember Integrity. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that has something to do with this? Because if our weird auxiliary plane is like associated with some like god thing, maybe that's their way of fuck, I don't know. But you get what I'm trying to say, right?
So we were in a god's plane already.
Maybe. I don't know, but maybe.
But okay, so what we do know right now is that we're sort of seeing these powerful religious planes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Given
Divine
the
planes, yes.
divine planes, like Okay.
I think we should figure out what the rest of the message is gonna say before we decide
Yeah.
to like
For
do
sure.
anything with these
Do
weird
anything.
visions.
I'm gonna float
Yeah.
on over to the door.
Of course, Integrity Bear. You float on over to it. As you approach it, it runs away from you, and you can very quickly
Sprouts legs.
It grows legs.
see. It grows legs and runs. Integrity, you see the rune on it change, and I'll tell you what it says before I describe everything. This one just says the.
Great.
It's a single vertical line. That is the entire rune.
The
And around you, the image changes to the ground is close now, which might be reassuring for you, Serenap, who did not enjoy being so high into the sky like a seagull. The ground is close. It is jagged and harsh and looks to be made of obsidian or something of the sort, some sharp, glassy rock. Off, maybe like 30 feet away, you see a massive sailing ship embedded halfway in the stone. You see its sails are blowing violently in wind that you cannot feel. Off in the distance, you see crackling of red lightning constantly. You see giant tornadoes just sweeping through nowhere, filled with that red electricity, or red lightning rather, and just all of a sudden you see like 200 feet away, you just see another giant chunk of obsidian pop into existence and then vanish, like moments later.
I don't like this one.
What?
No, this one's not.
This
from-
one's
this
kind of
one's not.
scary.
I'm assuming this is Rel. Do we have any kind of...
You might. You also see, this might muddy the waters a bit more. Or rather lead you towards that conclusion. You see littered around the ground on this obsidian boulder in the vast expanse of red lightning and tornadoes, you see just hundreds of dead people. Just hundreds of thousands
Yeah, that'll
of
do it. That's
dead
Rel.
people.
Ooh, I don't like that.
If you wanted to make 100% certain, you could make religion checks if you'd
No,
like.
I'm good.
No?
No, I don't want to check. I want to
could
leave
be-
here.
I think the god of dead people having a plane full of dead people makes sense.
Next, please.
I don't want to be here anymore. I know
Okay,
that I
okay.
always talk about death, but I'm scared of dead people.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Mira, you rush over towards the door. It shifts and pulls away. This time it reads broken. The world
Honored
around you,
guest, look upon the broken.
the world around you drains of color. It's perfectly monochrome and gray. You seem to be on the peak of a insanely tall mountain. It is
more heights.
completely flat. There is a pool of water, like a pond, in this very center of this mountain. Half of the water is green and half of the water is red. And around it, almost looking like they climbed up the mountain and collapsed before they got to water, are just what looks like travelers collapsed, is the best way to describe it.
They failed the red light, green light challenge.
They failed the red light, green light.
I was wondering, like, in these, like, planes that we've seen,
Yeah.
there's nothing that is sort of remnant or is similar to that red temple that was in Isithil.
Nothing stands out to you as being reminiscent of that red temple in Isithil, no. That seemed particularly Isithilian.
So honored guests look upon the broken.
I feel very
Maybe it's like
eerie.
broken something, like look upon the broken
glass.
glass.
Realms.
Let's
Yeah.
let's have one last push and see what it
Yeah.
says.
One last point.
Okay.
One more door. I'll go up this time and go.
Serenap zoops over, close to the door. It runs away from you on its 19 legs now. It
Keeps
doesn't
growing
have
more
19
legs.
legs. To clarify for the audience,
It only
that
has
was a
2.
joke.
That'd be ridiculous.
The word changes to world. No S.
Oh.
Or no plural, rather. And around you,
Wait a minute.
before you even notice the visual, none of the rest of these have really had another sensory component to it. This one, you feel a sensory component. You feel like you're melting, like it is
Oh.
boiling hot. Around you, you see pits of tar, red stone that's just caked in ash. You hear off in the distance, in every direction, constant screaming of anguish and terror. And sitting in one of these bubbling pits of tar, you see like a chalice, massive chalice. Like all of you could kind of sit in it. It would be a hot tub kind of chalice. And it's just overflowing with brown wooden coins.
Oh, Lem.
I don't like this one.
Yeah, this one ain't good.
Whoever
Okay, I
owns
thought
this
the
one
other one was
and the
bad.
other and the one with all the dead people, no, do not go.
This still seems pretty good now, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yeah.
Can we go back to Siltron? That was just like books. I'm happy
was
for
just
just books.
I don't
Can we
like
just
it
sit down
here.
and read?
Guys, I actually miss Isithil right now.
Let push next.
Yep.
Winslow rushes over using his mind legs.
Mind legs.
He grows more
door,
legs and runs.
As you did not expect, the door runs away from you again.
Oh.
This one, integrity, it just says below. And you all see a nighttime scene in a normal looking world, right? You don't see dead people all over the
You don't
place.
see fucking tar pits and you don't
You
hear
don't see
screaming
giant
people.
marble stairs in the
Correct.
sky.
You see a simple scene. You are standing on an overlook of a sort in a large city of stone. It is old and taken back by time, not necessarily vegetation. You see surrounding the city and interspersed within it a bunch of semi-rotted trees, almost like they begin to decay, but then were stopped or frozen some way. Massive trees and just an absence of any noise, any wind, anything else. Not a star in the sky, just perfectly black. And then off in the distance, you see a great pyramid-shaped building that has it looks like there was a great sculpture or spire atop the peak that was broken off and has smashed through the side of this pyramidal structure. And the doors there are also open, similar to that one in Isithil, if only because it had open doors, but these doors seem almost inviting in a way that the ones in Isithil did not. But other than that, it's perfectly silent here. Mira, architecture might seem a bit familiar to you.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. There was a statue here. It's been destroyed. I remember that. I know what's going on here.
Perfect.
Where are we?
I mean, I have a theory, but I don't like it.
Oh.
What's your theory?
Uh-oh.
No.
This looks very Shioran, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, great.
Just remember when we were in Isithil. Great. Again, I know this is confusing. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Remember when we were all in Isithil? Don't worry about it. And there was like this stuff where it was like that vision, and it was like, oh, you have to destroy all of the statues, and it really looks like that's where a statue used to be. And just the vibes and the architecture. If these are the planes of certain gods, do you guys think this might be,
I mean, the other places that we've seen so far are reminiscent of, I mean, it's a good theory. I just wish it wasn't true.
Yeah.
I'm very scared.
I kind of want to leave.
Oh, completely past my lost in thought. I'm so
Lost
sorry.
to time, like Shiora.
Mira,
Yeah.
you have no left arm.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
All right.
fuck.
You see it
Well, that'll
slithering
do
away
it.
into the distance.
No, come back.
Not again.
Yeah, I'm like saying all this. I'm like, gee, I wonder if this is. I look down. I'm like, motherfuck. Okay.
This has happened too many times to you.
All right. Okay. Can we get out of here? Can we please just? Yeah.
Okay.
And how do we get out of here?
The door. It's just gonna. It's either gonna take us through more of these places, or it's gonna bring us back somewhere with solid ground. Hopefully, so.
I would not mind some solid ground right now.
I pat Mira's shoulder to be like, "Hey, like, sucks. We're here for you." And
Yeah.
I go over to the door again.
Before we go, though, Integrity is going to look around and try to take a mental picture, remembering every single nook and cranny of this place, out of sheer curiosity, because this place has never been described nor understood by anything.
Yes. The stonework looks... it has been, like, ravaged slightly, again, by time. and some sand has blown into the streets below. But the stonework looks out of this world integrity, like something that you would only see in a fairy tale, almost. Like the houses below look perfect. There's shop stalls down there, and the stonework looks perfectly melded together down there, as if the most expert craftsmen worked on it. The streets are paved and clean, aside from debris from, again, time ravaging it. What else? You see gutters on buildings. It looks gorgeous. You don't see many tall structures, a tower every here and there, square, and probably 4 stories for an unknown purpose. And it looks so well thought out, and despite being so sprawling, a city bigger than any you've ever been in. Even Nebulosis, which was a sprawling city, massive in scope, would be a third, a quarter of this one.
Yeah.
This is immense.
Okay.
A definite capital city if you've ever seen one.
Okay, thank you.
But you remember every detail you can see.
Perfect.
And Sereneph, you float, not walk. Well, you walk and float, actually, over towards the door. This time, it does not run from you. Your hand lands smoothly upon it. And as soon as you make contact with it, the entirety of it glows with moonlight, and through it, you can see a small stone room that looks fully real and like a place that you can just walk.
I walk in.
You walk on in.
Solid ground.
You stop floating and are returned to your actual feet and not your mind feet. And if you would like, the rest of you can follow suit.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. You all land with any dignity you would like to from your methods of locomotion, as does Great. At the moment, the last of you, maybe Integrity, since you were lingering to remember as many details as possible, the moment you land on this stone floor, the doorway behind you closes. If you were to look behind you, you would see a identical doorway to the one that you had first walked up to in that 6-pillared room. But touching it, if you might, it does not begin to glow with moonlight or any such thing. It seems rather inert. The room that you are in looks different from the rest of the catacombs. It has a porous light gray stone making up the walls and floor. Not smooth, but not overly rough by any means. Like, not anything you'd need to worry about tripping on. It just seems naturally kind of crumbly. And even if you were to trip or scuff your boot, some of the stone crumbles away. In the air, you see floating little spores, they might be, they're like light pinkish white, and they give off this very faint glow that lights up the area. In the corners of this small room, there are basins that are filled with a cold water, and this lavender-colored moss grows around the lips of these basins. The water is crystal clear and looks positively delicious. And then there's also a hallway heading off forwards.
I'm going to turn to Integrity and say, is Ida back with you? We kind of got sidetracked by that whole...
Yeah.
I mean, last time I saw it,
it was
a pillar fell on it, so...
I'm going to expose my neck and...
You all see what almost looks like a burnt tattoo, not a tattoo. It is the image that all of you had on your bodies when your tattoos were still active. Winsler, your tattoo is also still like this. So that would indicate that Ida is still a menace to society.
At large.
Yes, she's still at large.
Quite literally and figuratively. That was pretty scary.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you really expect me to believe that you're not some sort of prophet or speaker for the gods or in tune with the gods or anything like that after everything that's happened since we walked down into the catacombs?
I feel like we missed a conversation. What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is bad. We do not want any part
Were
of
those
that.
omens?
I don't know what those were.
I mean, they probably weren't omens for our, like, that was, like, at least from what some people were saying while we were in there, like, different planes, so I don't think that was, like, a direct of, like, what's here.
Honored guests look upon the broken world below.
Broken world.
Is that supposed to be about our world? Like, our world is broken? Because...
Maybe all of the planes are
great,
supposed to
but-
be on one world, and then they got split into the planes.
That might
and maybe
be a possible whole thing about it.
maybe.
I have no idea though. This is all kind of crazy.
Well, that's not our fucking problem.
I kind of
Yeah.
want to get out of here.
Yeah.
We
Did
were
we get
planning on going
answers?
back after that last room, and now there's no way back, he says as he touches that closed doorway.
There's only the way
Wait.
forward.
I'm like, I feel like I'm about to pass out, and so I really just, this sucks.
We need to get out of here and like take some time to process what just happened. I think if we wait around any longer, that inky beast might show up again.
Yeah, let's.
How's your arm feeling, Mira?
How is my arm feeling?
Your left arm, your tattooed
Yeah.
arm?
Yeah, my snake arm.
Is it there?
It is there.
Okay.
It is intact. It is your arm, not a snake any longer. It chilled out. Yeah, it still has that irradiance to the tattoo, and it feels nice.
Well, it's still doing this, and there is a slight problem, which is that it doesn't hurt.
Why is that a problem?
Because usually it does. So the fact that it's not hurting means there is something related to this going on here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not that I want it to hurt, it's just weird that it isn't.
Can I go over to the water?
Absolutely, you can, Sereneth the Cinderman. You walk over to it. What would you like to do?
Well, because last time that there was a water feature,
Mm-hmm.
Winsler looked into it and it gave some sort of answers. I guess I'm just sort of looking to see if there's anything to explain this room.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
You said all four corners have them, right?
The front two corners have them. Sorry.
Front two
Okay,
corners.
in that case, I'm going to the one to my right.
Okay.
Ooh. That might be good. What's my modifier? Better. 18.
Sereneth, you notice that as you walk over and peek into this basin, it is crystal clear. You can see straight to the bottom. It's probably 3 feet deep. You see only moss doused in water. What you notice is that when you walk over, this lavenderish moss seems to flinch away from you, almost like it like shrinks a little bit away from you.
Like touch sensitive like plants that like
That seems to be what it is. Yeah.
okay.
As you like bring your hand to the basin and they like shrink away from it, and as you remove your hand, they puff back up.
May I
But
check
there's no
the
like
other?
carvings inside. It's
It
just
doesn't seem to be any carvings, no. Integrity,
Okay.
you walk over to the other basin and find the exact same thing.
okay.
The stone that makes up this room,
Yeah.
it does not happen to be like any of the stones that we've seen thus far, even in like the places that we've gone to during this journey across the different
Across
like
planes.
does it match like the catacombs or Shiora?
doesn't.
because it doesn't match the
match-
catacombs.
Doesn't match the catacombs.
Okay.
But does it match anything else?
Integrity, it doesn't match Shiora. You took careful note of Shiora. This is not the same. It's incredibly porous. If any of you have like exfoliating like pumice stones in your homes or as part of your like daily routines, that is what this reminds you of. And Integrity,
Okay.
you have a 9-step skincare process, so I believe you might have a pumice stone.
Would I happen to know where pumice stone comes from in my
It's
world?
it's like a volcanic stone.
Oh.
We're back in the volcano place. Yay!
I mean, we can just like go through the hallway. I don't
You
know
could.
what will happen to us if we go back through the door.
Can we not just rest for a moment?
That's
I've been on the
true.
brink of death
Honestly-
all day.
Is there
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
is there like a door that opens in the hallway or something that we can close?
No, it's just an open hall.
All right. Well, I am probably going to spend some time fixing that real quick.
Oh, fabricate.
Let's see. There's just like some like a good amount of like loose stone and stuff in here, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you could literally sit for like 3 minutes and kick a bunch of stone off of the wall, Ben. Or Winsler, rather.
Okay.
Ben
Then you
shows
can
up
go
and
in there
starts
and do
kicking
that.
rocks.
Who are you?
Okay, I think in that case, what I'm going to do is, with whatever loose stone that I can get, I'm going to use that and spend 10 minutes casting Fabricate.
Okay.
So I will fabricate a makeshift stone door.
Wonderful. Just a thin stone door that locks easily. You can do so.
Yes, perfect.
Can I?
Mhm.
You were talking about like how the water looks delicious, but
does.
I just want to like check.
Mm.
Does the moss, the fungus living inside of here,
Mhm.
does it look like anything I may have studied before about like poisonous
Drink
plants
it,
or such?
drink it,
Give me a
drink
nature.
it.
Give me a moment, Integrity. Jeez.
Integrity sees you walk over to the moss with an inquisitive eye and begins chanting, "Drink
Drink
it,
it."
drink it." You can give me either, whichever's higher, nature or survival checks. All of you can make this if you'd like to.
Survival. They're both
As
the
I
same,
assume
so.
Getting drinkable water might be important.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna nature check. I got a 14.
Okay.
13.
My nature is 17.
Okay.
Damn.
12.
Okay.
We're bad at this.
Serenep's integrity, it looks like moss generally, because you both took alchemy, and so you've dealt with mosses and such things that were like reagents and skimmed through books, botanical dictionaries and visual encyclopedia of such things. This resembles mosses at large. This particular moss, just upon inspection, doesn't seem to do anything terrible to your skin. You're breathing in spores from it that don't seem to be hurting you in any way. And you know moss to be, Integrity, you know moss to be like a water purifier. So you generally understand that this seems to be safe to drink, but you do not recognize the moss in any meaningful way.
Drink it, drink it, drink it.
I think I kept the vial from
Yes.
when we gave Winsler his. So I'm gonna fill that with water
Mm-hmm.
and take a drink from it.
You take a big, nice sip of water, Serenep.
Crisp.
It is icy and refreshing. It is soothing in the way water so often is. You do not die from drinking it.
I hold the bottle out to Integrity, and I think I might reach in and take a sample of the moss
Sure.
Science.
You can
to
do so.
like study later.
That is a good option. I always support collecting plants. That is endorsed in this podcast.
Well, you were talking about there was like mushrooms or like a fungus as well.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just moss.
I had heard that.
No.
In that case.
There's spores, but that is from the moss.
Spores. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll collect a piece of moss and maybe like try and like I don't know, wave
Capture
through
a
the air
spore?
to like
Sure.
yeah, like
Yeah.
just kind of wrap it up and be like, I'm gonna look at this later.
Okay. Perfect. Mira, was there something you wanted?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I am going to just like literally just sit down
Mhm.
and put my back against the wall and just catch my breath.
Absolutely. Would you all like to take a long rest?
Yeah. I think that
Yes.
might be a good
You're gonna
idea.
spend 8 hours
Drinking water.
drinking water and sleeping generally.
Hey, does anyone know any good like late night stories?
Is it even?
I
late
feel like
night
we're
right
gonna
now?
be here. I feel like we need to be here a while. We'll let Kurt know that like we're not dead. We gotta settle in. Anyone have anything?
I once accidentally tipped over one of our cows when I was helping out on the farm. It took us a while to get them back up, but that was quite a harrowing experience for me.
How did you? It's so big, and you like. How did you tip it over?
I have unexplained physical strength when I trip.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Did one of you want to send a message to Kurt?
Oh yeah, we should probably.
Hello, courtesy.
Oh, no.
We are okay.
I feel like I might not
Courtesy?
send. That would be very funny.
Who sends it? While Windsor tells his harrowing cow story.
I'll send the message.
Okay.
Hey Kurt, it might have been a while since we last updated you. We're okay. Did you know Winsler tipped over a cow once?
Serenep, you send this message. The rest of you? You do not receive the message.
Oh no.
I feel like it's too deep here to get any like magical. How do it? You know what I mean? Like,
Signal?
okay, you know how That's a good way of putting it. Okay, you know when I tried to find artists that one time, but like the magic got blocked? I feel like it's getting blocked because we're so deep.
That's possible.
Okay.
Are we inside a volcano?
I mean, I'm hoping that we're back in Troil, so we're just
I feel like
under-
if we were in a volcano, it'd be really warm.
Yeah, I'm not warm.
I mean, we were very warm that one time, like back in. I point to the door.
So you think we went backwards in the cycle that we were going through, and now we're there?
Oh no! I was just taking a guess. I really don't know what the fuck we're doing or where we're at.
We're underground, probably in like a stone box.
Hey Mira,
What's up?
in your visions, you did not see Shiora in the way that we saw it earlier, right?
Well,
Like-
not that exact place, but like places with a similar vibe, if that makes sense. Plus, if you remember that that conjure memory thing with the statue, that was definitely talking about that. But no, not that exact spot.
It seems like Shiora had a god that we've forgotten.
Wait, you mean someone other than Meafide?
I mean, apparently you forgot the god.
Wow. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Not a lot of people know Meafide.
Where I'm from, besides storms and such, I mean, like the nobles were kind of taught to I guess kind of like worship yourself and your bounties, but not like in a way of other higher beings gave it to you, but more like you gave yourself that. It's a really weird, selfish mindset.
Have you ever thought that maybe we're on the prime material plane and we are basically the remnants of what happened to Shiora, and all the planes of existence like Isithil and stuff like that? Those are the remnants of Shiora that were all like broken apart when something happened?
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's pretty deep, Winsler.
Mira is leaning against a wall, eyes kind of shutting, and just whoa.
I'm kind of
I
just
give
sort
her
of
some
like
water.
spitballing here. It's a possibility. Maybe, I don't know.
If you don't mind me asking, what is Shiora? You all keep speaking about it. And
It's
you
a place.
seemed intent that it was the same thing or somehow connected to Seisul.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. It was a place from a really long time ago. It was like this empire, and then they all died. But here, I have stuff from it because our school is where that place used to be. So we have like artifacts and stuff, and I have some of those things and they have some magic in them. And one of these is my tattoo. And so the fact that it's acting up here with Seisul makes me think there's a connection.
I don't have any information other than all giants at least passively worship Seisul. That is all I've ever known her as in my lifetime. I've never heard of a Shiora or any other name that she might have been called other than the creator. But that goes hand in hand with Seisul.
If all the giants who praised and were religious towards Seisul are gone now, is there any remnants of them?
That is what I think I was supposed to find down here in the catacombs, but I've yet to see a single indication of that. Not a old scripture or even a mural that would paint a single picture of what is happening.
Well, I mean, the place that we were before with the pillars.
That's true. It had lunar cycles and giant types, but that's not any new information. That's just folk tales and lullabies.
Well, maybe we'll find something once we're rested up and once we're ready to keep going, but right now I don't think we've got it.
And we have the tattoos, and the internship is ending soon.
It's the first day of your internship.
Is it really?
It's like
this
the
is
first-
Sam talking
this is
right
the
now.
second
What?
day. You got here yesterday, and today is the
So
second
much has
day of your
happened in
internship.
24
my
hours.
gosh. Guys, I aged
We
like
go through
5
so much
months.
shit in the span of a single day, and it feels like we've aged 2 years.
Every time we go somewhere, it just feels like a life or death situation. You know what I mean?
God,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's all connected. That's the fucking weird thing. It's all, Isithil and now and can we just have a normal internship, guys?
I mean, we'll rest up. once we get out of here, we'll figure out where we are. We'll get back to Troil, take care of the tattoos, and then,
Yeah.
with our track record with how much we've gotten done the last day or so, we'll be finished and we'll have the last couple of days to, be normal
Yeah.
interns.
Yeah. I really want to have a nice birthday with integrity. I would really like that.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I wasn't able to get you anything.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, like, it's like a custom, like when someone
You
when there's a
literally got like
celebration.
kicked out of it's Saradep, it's fine.
Is it weird that, okay, for a while there, I kind of just forgot about that.
Oh.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
No, I just mean, like, it's, even though everything's crazy right now, this is, like, the least stressed I have been for years. Like, honestly, like, just, I think halfway through my staying with integrity, and I kind of just over wherever she's sitting and hiding or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know. It felt nice to be a person. I mean, it still feels good to be a person, but like, now we're dealing with all that stuff, and I just kind of waved my hand towards like the where the portal had been. I still gotta get you guys a present though. Maybe not. It'll be like a late present though.
If we got back to the surface, you could order something from Crow Mercantile, and I assume they would have very quick delivery.
I mean, yeah, we're there, aren't we? Like,
Well, not everything is stored in Troil. There's some warehouses elsewhere down south, to my knowledge. I've never been there.
Make a mental note for that later.
Do you think Crow's gonna be like, hey, where are these people?
I mean, how long have we been down here?
feel like-
Integrity, you know the answer to this question. It's been
What time is
probably
Integrity?
like 3 hours.
Damn.
3 hours. Now, great. It's been quite a while. Like we're far away from everything.
Yes.
No one probably can hear us.
Yes.
What?
What's up with Crow and the Giants?
Ooh.
Yeah, what is up?
He showed up when he was young and had an absurd amount of wealth to his name for such a young man. He paid us to use the town. Since there's so few of us left, the consensus was to let him use it until we all died, and he would inherit it or whatever. He pays us all well and keeps the town in good condition, lets us observe our rights as is. I've nothing to complain about. I have nothing to spend gold on so far in the north, but I also have nothing to complain about.
So it's really weird that he basically showed up with a currency that didn't really mean anything to you, and he just kind of like came in like he owned the place. And...
Well, originally he didn't have gold, he had gems.
Oh.
Oh,
Chests and chests of gems of different kinds.
Interesting.
Really?
Did
Yes,
you
I
bring
think
up,
he
like,
got
where
his
they were
first-
from?
He never told us. I think he just got his start as a mining operation somewhere west of, I don't know. I've never been further south than the house I picked you up in yesterday. But I think he came from southwest somewhere, had a mine running when he was a child. I don't think he inherited it, or at least he never mentioned it to us or anyone.
What kind of child owns a mine? That's fucking
Just-
weird.
Maybe it was something his parents owned.
That's
And
what
he-
I'm...
But I've
Yeah.
never heard of, like, that's weird.
What kind of gems were they?
Everything. Amethysts, diamonds, generalized quartzes of types, topazes, anything.
Topazes?
Oh no.
Not again.
Topazes, yes.
Integrity, Ida's already here. You don't need to do this again.
Yeah, where
But did-
is
but
Ida?
did it-
Probably sleeping. I imagine all our pets are probably hanging out in the room, right?
No, Mr. Wiggles is right
well,
here.
no,
You
Ida
pulled Mr. Wiggles out.
Oh, wow, he's been here the entire time. Hi.
Ida ran away from me.
Ida, yeah. If you all recall, Ida did run away from Integrity while you were about to fight the Tattoo Crow. So she's probably vibing in a
true.
lush rainforest of greenhouse right now.
Oh,
What,
hell yeah.
what were the jams used for? Were they just for collecting, or did you have something that you used them for?
He
specifically?
hired jewelers, and we worked. Some of them worked in infusing them with magic. I don't know anything about that. I tended to graze from the first day until my last, which was earlier today, but then wasn't. So
Just seems kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
it's just the way that he started in selling gems and such things, jewelry. I don't think there's anything too strange about it. He's just successful. I don't know.
I wonder.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody does anything without a reason for doing
Yeah,
it.
I still don't know, like, I mean, listen, I'm not complaining, But also, like, why is he our headmaster? You guys know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was...
why?
It
Yeah.
felt like a lot of
Like-
people were not very happy with him being our headmaster during the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
like announcement that he was going to be our headmaster. It felt like this was kind of like a sudden, he took advantage of the vacuum that kind of was left by
I
undergrads.
think that the council would have, like, been on top of that, you know?
Well, he was on the council, but, like, I just feel like if I was so rich, like, I wouldn't want to be a headmaster. Like, that's a shitty job compared to, like, just being rich, right?
Well, I mean, like, wasn't he talking about, like, when we first got here, like, the whole thing of, like, he was looking for more people, you know what I mean? To, like,
He's looking for talent.
yeah.
But why do you have to be the headmaster for that?
I mean, Wildcliff is... I realize that our experiences at Wildcliff, but, like, coming from someone who heard all the hubbub about, like, good magic schools, Wildcliff is actually, like a top school. It's prestigious.
Yes.
So, like, I think, honestly, if you were going to find talent at a magic school, Wildcliff would be the place to go.
That's true.
True, but I still don't know why you would need to be a headmaster for that. You could just, organize like
Set up a booth at Autumn's End.
yeah, or something along those
I mean,
lines.
given what happened to some of the booths,
I feel like he was just using it as like to get closer to the students and try and like form a relationship with them, and then draw them in like he's kind of doing with Kurt.
I mean,
Whatever
Well,
you
Kurt
hear
seems to be
here,
having
great.
a great time, at least, right? I mean, besides getting stuck to a wall,
yeah.
I mean, probably good for him.
Yeah, I might have to check out those magnet bricks. They seem
I
interesting.
mean, we went into the place, and so...
Oh, this is all a secret, great. Like, you have
Oh.
to, like, don't tell anyone that we're talking about
Oh.
these kind of things about the headmaster.
Yes. Okay. He looks pained at the four of you and will say,
Do you like to gossip? Is that what this is?
I wish you had a led with that.
Well, we did say, like, now that we're down here and no one can hear us and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it was kind of implied, but sorry we didn't say that outright.
I'm not a very dishonest person.
I mean, who
I
would
must be-
ask you, though? Who else do you talk
Hey,
to?
by the way,
I shuttle
while you were
Crow
down there,
to and fro every single time he goes to Troil.
Does
So-
he try to make conversation with you?
He's very kind, yes.
well, that's good.
Does he ask you, does my students talk shit about me? Just say no.
But
We
if he
just talk
asks
about
this
him.
time, I have to say,
That's
I'll have
such
to
a
say, yes, they
specific
did.
question.
They were talking about it incessantly.
I mean, we aren't talking like shit. We're just confused about what he's doing as our headmaster when he's like the owner of a very successful company. You know what I mean?
We're just trying to make sense of the situation at hand.
Is he running the school
Does
badly?
anyone have a memory spell?
No, he's running it fine.
I don't really feel like there's really been any like news in regards to like how he's running the school. It seems like he became headmaster and everything just kind of continue on as normal. There wasn't any like announcement for big changes or anything bad that happened. It's just kind of weird.
Did things improve?
We got more money for winning the
Uh,
duel because we all had sponsors. We had to put ogre snot on our suits.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, apparently it's really good craft beer.
is it?
Yeah, with the name like that, it doesn't quite sound.
Not very appealing, no.
So, actually, because you were talking about like putting magic into like gems and stuff,
Mm.
I have a pet who's been kind of shedding, like, because he's growing really fast. He's shedding these quills that are kind of made of gems,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
Spectacular.
and I was kind of wondering, because I've kind of been collecting them. I didn't really know what to do with them. They aren't really disposable, so I was wondering if that might be something I could sell, or like maybe like do something with it. I don't know. You've been here for a very long time. I'm just
Like
just
sell
asking,
to Crow Mercantile, you mean?
like have it be like a supply. Like it's like a creature from Isithil. Like maybe that's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Crow goes through, or at least some of the workshops go through quite a few gems. So I'm sure if you spoke to whoever was in charge of them and gave him a crate of amethyst, sorry, he doesn't know they're amethysts. Gave them a crate of crystals, I'm sure they would be thankful. They'd probably pay you. People in that town are richer than you can imagine, I think. If it's fine with all of you, if you don't have any more massive questions or inquiries about my employment, I'm going to get some rest.
Yeah, fair.
All right. We should do the same, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Integrity, you okay?
Oh,
Oh, you're just like snoring really loud. Okay.
She's
Windsor?
relaxed.
Oh.
Winslow, Was it just a cow, or have you tipped over other farm animals?
It was just a cow. I made sure not to do anything like that again. It was very terrifying. I was so scared.
It would crush you if it tipped the wrong way.
But it didn't. Like, you're fine.
And we will leave you guys for a long rest and pick up in 8 hours.
Wow. In real time before recording once again. The third time we have ever had a break in recording. Ever.
I can't. We actually get a long rest.
Yeah.
I'm
Carla,
gonna go to Subway.
Oh shit.
Carla, could you give us an outro for this one, please?
I'm sleeping though.
Yeah, that was integrity. You're Carla.
You talk in your sleep?
Yeah.
Me.
Thank you, everyone.
The podcast.
And that is the episode of Trials and Trebuchets. Thank you for listening to it. Please don't forget to leave a rating or a review on our iTunes or wherever you listen to the podcast. It truly means a lot to us because we want to know what you're thinking. Please be nice because our hearts are very sensitive and fragile.
That's true.
Oh, don't
I
lay it
am
out like
just a
that.
baby.
Jeez.
I'm just a baby. We also have our Instagram and Twitter at Trials and Trebs that you can give a follow so you can get teasers and you can get art or you can just be reminded that the episode is out every frigging Tuesday. Oh no, every Wednesday.
Whoa. The pre-episode teaser is available on
Every
Tuesday
Monday.
on Instagram.
Sunday.
And because the money makes the world go round, we would like to receive money from you. If you want to give us money, this is not like a forced give us money. It's more of like a if you
This
have
is not a
extra,
mugging.
if you have extra and you want to share that to us.
Yeah.
That sounds so fucked up, but we have 2 avenues there, 2 streets where you can provide us with monetary support, and that monetary support is through Patreon.
Yes.
You can find the link to that down below or on our Twitter or on Instagram. You'll find the link to that wherever you have access to us. And the other thing is through merch.
Merch.
Woo!
We have merch?
And you
Explain.
can access our merch through a website. Now, what's that website, pals?
I think it's called Tremmerch.
Tremmerch.com. Wow, like the link just like popped into my
Click
brain.
on Ben's voice right now.
Tremmerch.com is the link that you must go to get shirts and to get stickers.
Yes.
And if you want more things,
TREVMERCH.com.
buy these things first, and then we'll make more things.
If you want more things, go to our Discord server, which is in the description of this episode, and
This sounds so horrible.
Tag Carla and say, I would like a pin. I would like another shirt. Give me an Ida plushie.
We don't have pins, do we?
Tag Carla, and she will be forced to make it for you.
That
Immediately.
sounds stressful.
But thank you, everyone, for listening this week. I hope you enjoyed the slideshow. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Good tidings and welcome to the month of July. I hope that you had a good June. It was a rough one over here in Trebuchets land, as you might be able to get from context clues. But we're back here in July, and I hope that you are prepared to say with me a thank you to all of the new patrons. Starting from the top, Richard M., thank you very much. This one's overdue. But Richard, we appreciate you here. The full team of Trials and Trebuchets, the full production team here at Treb Production House appreciates your patronage. Thank you so much. Next up, Nonsense. This is a no-nonsense podcast, but we can make an exception for you. Thank you so much for donating to the show. We appreciate it a ton. And finally, for the month of July in the year 2022, Ellie, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation. I'm sure the others do. They're not here. I'll say thank you on behalf of them, I guess. Thanks everyone for listening, and especially to the patrons who donate month to month to month to month. You make our world go round. You make the lights stay on and the hosting fees negligible. You make the show possible to make. You make the show fun to make. Not the money, but the fact that you listen, the fact that you care, the fact that you care enough, that you're passionate enough about this show. And I appreciate that sincerely. It's July. And you're a special person who listens to the very end. So I'll give you a fun little special July factoid. If you're a patron, you might know that there is a bonus episode that you are owed, that you already voted on. That is in my editing bay to get done with next and hand that out to you. We also have episodes of CNC that need to be released. I said June was a bastard, and we're getting back to it, folks. But CNC is incoming for both past episodes and the episode you just listened to. And then there's another fun bonus episode that didn't see the light of day in time, but I hope that you'll appreciate it anyways. And those bonus episodes, the episodes of CNC and etc., are only possible because people donate to Patreon and give us the funding to dedicate time to editing those things, to making those things, to planning for them and recording them. So you make them possible. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you next month in August. Maybe with a less wordy one, but we'll see. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.